Hey guys!
Hey guys!
We're back with another Sci-Fi Friday review, this time reviewing the sci-fi original series KILLJOYS Season 2, Episode 8, titled Full Metal Monk. If you haven't seen it yet, and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Alright, follow me here for a second. I loved this episode. But I didn't like this episode. This was a fantastic episode. It was super dramatic, super tense, super funny, but Johnny and Potter are in trouble, and I don't like that. I like it better when the good guys are winning, and they are in some serious trouble.
Yeah, they really are.
So the very first scene, we're like, what the hell, Dutch? She just left Johnny in Jelko's mini prison, his jail cell, and just ditched him and left him for Potter to rescue. I feel like Dutch owed Johnny better than that.
Yeah, like, Johnny has helped everybody out of their stupid ass mistakes over and over and over again, and he messes up once and they ditch him. I was pretty mad at Dutch. I was like, are you freaking kidding? This kid's like saved your life a gajillion times and you can't do him one solid? And
Dutch right now, she does have just totally blinders on. Like, she's completely focused on finding Anila and discovering the secret of the Sixes and Blackroot and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, she has got this laser focus on that, but the fact that she couldn't take the time out to help Johnny really kind of put Dutch in the doghouse for me.
Yeah. Now, I kind of almost wonder if this is something she's doing either subconsciously or, like, is consciously not helping him so he can't be involved in her problem.
Like, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, because she's afraid. Yeah, like, she's way closer to him. Like, he's more like a little brother to her than Dab will ever be. So it's like, it's okay if Davin is put in trouble, but not for Johnny. So maybe she's leaving him there to protect him from her situation, thinking that he'd be safer, and really he's not. But she doesn't know all this because she's not in the loop with Potter and all that.
So in this episode, Jelko is ordered to activate the wall, and it emits like this, I don't know, it's almost like a drug kind of emitter thing, and it just gives people a state of euphoria.
Yeah, it kind of basically takes away the fight or flight response and just makes people
happy and complacent.
Yeah, happy and complacent, but also kind of malleable. It like lowers their inhibitions, where like some guy is laying on the ground and his leg is like busted open all over the place, and he was like, I could fly. I thought I could fly, so I flew. It's like...
And they're looking at him going, oh, that's awesome!
Yeah, it's like it lowers almost like that little piece of your brain that is your impulse control, for lack of a better word, that would stop you from doing every stupid thought you have in your head. Yeah. It's like gone, and they just go ahead and do it.
Like when Potter's, using the can on top of Johnny's head for target practice.
Yeah.
They're basically playing William Tell, and I'm like, oh my god, that the wall is making them stupid.
Yeah, and what's interesting is they had already found out that the wall killed most of a society in a day. But they assumed it was an illness that killed off the weak and the sick. And it's not. It's this happy drug that just makes them do stupid things and take risks they normally wouldn't take. That's what's killing off the people.
And then they, release the rations, and I imagine the rations are going to further it in some way.
Yeah.
Because Jelko tells them, he's like, and by the way, you're right about the food. So there's something else on top of the euphoria drug.
Yeah.
So Potter and Johnny have been framed for the murder of Arun, which was actually committed by Jelko. So not only are Johnny and Potter stuck inside Old Town, they're drugged to the frickin' eyeballs, and they're now wanted criminals. I mean, there's got to be a warrant out for them at this point. And the fact that they killed one of the nine, it's got to be a death warrant.
Yeah, so it's like...
Damn.
even if they do somehow manage to beat the drugs and get out of Old Town, they still can't help because they're now wanted.
So...
Or going to be wanted.
So Dutch needs to get her head out of her ass
Yeah.
and go help.
Yes, she really does.
Moving on to Dutch and Dav's story in this episode, they find another safe house, and it's like the worst elevator ever, to quote Dav, and it takes them down to this super creepy bunker where the freaking, the 11 monks, because one left,
Yeah.
11 monks are just down there, most of them all janky looking,
Yeah.
but one is left alive. So after some chasing and some fighting, they finally get this one monk to calm the F down using Davin's ability to control the goo. And they finally have this conversation with him, and we find out that Alina is Klein's daughter, looks just like Dutch. So now Dutch is having this personal crisis. Am I Klein's daughter?
Yeah, am I Alina?
Yeah.
Like, is this box for me to kill myself here? Like, she's freaking out thinking that he's done something to her to make her not remember that she's Alina.
I think she's got to be a clone or a daughter or something. I don't think she's Alina. I think she is some kind of tangentially related to Alina, whether by cloning or whether she's Alina's daughter.
Yeah, it's got to be something like that. I guess technically they can also do doppelganger. It's been like 200 years since the monks went down.
Reincarnation. I mean, there's a lot of spirituality in KILLJOYS.
But I think doppelganger is almost just too easy a way out. It should be either a clone of Alina or like Alina's daughter, and Klein got her away. And we also find out, or it's kind of implied, that this area where all the monks are with all the tubes and stuff coming out, the tubes are very similar to what they used to inject Davin with the green goo. And they're like not all in the same place. Like some are in the chest, some are like, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's like this was how they figured out how to create sixes.
Right.
It's
like almost like they were the first experiments on how to create a six. That's what it seemed like.
And the one that was left was the only one that it took.
Yeah.
And that's probably through the back of the neck, and that's how they got their current process.
And he's been alone in this force field cage for 100 years or so.
Yeah, like 100+ years.
So he's totally insane, and he begs Dutch to kill him, which she finally does.
Yes.
She puts him out of his misery, and Albus, oh my God, Albus is Dumbledore. I think Alvis, that's his name.
Yeah.
Alvis, it's too similar to Albus. Albus, he reads him his last rites, and then blesses the rest of the monks and lets them all kind of rest in peace. And so, yeah, it's the last few episodes here for KILLJOYS. It looks like it's going to be just wall-to-wall action, and I'm really excited for the direction it's going. I really hope that they resolve this Potter and Johnny thing sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's they're almost too big of stories to be going on at the same time. It would be nice to just resolve one of them and focus on the other one.
Although it does seem like they're connected somehow.
Yeah, it does seem like they're connected somehow.
So just how they weave those two things together is going to be really interesting.
That's the other thing. If they're not going to resolve it, weave them together so it's back as one main story.
Yeah, which the writing in KILLJOYS has been impeccable.
Yeah,
all season.
It's incredible.
I cannot complain about the writing at all. I can say I like it better when the good guys are winning.
Yes.
And right now Johnny and Potter are totally losing.
Yes. And speaking of Johnny and Potter, Dutch does finally at the end of the episode acknowledge the fact that they need to go find Johnny and go help him out. So hopefully they do, better late than never, I guess.
Yeah. There's got to be a warrant out on Johnny and Potter, and hopefully Dutch gets it.
Yeah.
Of course, I think if it's a kill warrant, it's a free-for-all.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. I could be wrong. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you have anything to add, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, and we really hope you did, be sure to tell us by dropping a like on it and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.